Hello and welcome in. My name is Rashana Gibson, and I'm going to be presenting on how to properly set up your LLC. No, background. Okay, yeah, how to properly set up your LLC. Okay, now one of the first steps we're going to talk about is the fact that you have to properly set up your business structure if you're a digital marketer. All right, so if you're a digital marketer, you have to properly set up your legal entity in order to apply for funding to scale your business. All right, let's hop in. All right, it's our table of contents. All right, a little bit about me. Happy Wednesday. My name is Rashana Gibson. I am a business coach, a digital marketer, a mom, a wife of two, and a military veteran. Born and raised from Nashville, Tennessee. And I call myself, you can see on the side, I call myself a Southern Cali girl because I was born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee, but I've also spent a lot of time in Southern California. So that's just a little bit about me. All right. Now, my goal is to help entrepreneurs grow their online businesses by properly setting up their legal entity and access business funding. All right. Step one. Step one of setting up your business is research your name, your desired name for your business. Do a research on that name to make sure that name is not already taken. And you want to name your business. And when naming your business, you want to make sure that you're not naming it a high risk name. High risk names are names that are risky for banks. So you want to keep your name general. So just in case you do change your mind on what business that you're doing, you won't have to change the name again. So you could name it something like um, JJ Jones Enterprises, JJ Jones Solutions, just something general, because when you have a general name, that means you can also venture off into other businesses instead of locking yourself down into one niche as far as with the name, because you may change the niche that you're getting into for your business. So you want to research the name of your business to make sure it's not already taken. Do a simple Facebook, Google search, and then you can also search on your Secretary of State's website. For instance, with California, you want to do a name search. You do a name search here, especially when you're getting ready to file for your doing business as your business nickname. You can do a search here. So let's say I do JJ Jones Solutions. Let's see if this business name is taken. I think this name is available. Search. Okay. Okay, yeah. So please verify checkbox is not correct. Proceed. Okay. So this is just filing your business name. Okay. So it pretty much asks, was the business name available? You have to do your research beforehand to make sure that business name is available. But what I personally recommend is to use a service called BizE, because BizE will do the filing for you as far as looking for searching your business name to make sure it's not already taken. Now, there are three packages. The basic package is free. It's only going to charge you the state fee, depending on your state. So I got it for California, so it's going to charge $75. And that includes registering your articles organization, your registered agent, and your virtual office. These are all three things you need for registering your limited liability company. And then also you have an access dashboard, and they'll make you a business banking offer. These are not necessarily necessary because you can bank with whoever you want to bank with when starting your limited liability company. So you want to research and make sure your name is available before forming your LLC. And you can form it on your Secretary of State website. Like with California, we have BizFile Online. So this is where we go and register our businesses. So for instance, I'll click here. And then it says you need your articles of organization. That's where you go and actually file your new entity. And it even gives you the fee cost, which is $70. File online. Okay. Okay. So won't need that because I have an account there. All right. So once you file online your articles of organization or incorporation, let's see, yeah, articles of organization, then we want to move to step 2. Let's see, let's close this one out. We won't need this one. Step 2 is secure your business address and registered agent. When filing your LLC, you're going to need a professional business address and you're going to need a registered agent service. Your business address is where all of your legal mail, anything that has to do with your LLC will be mailed to. Okay. And then also this looks professional when you go for the banks and you go and turn in your paperwork to open up your business bank account. You need a business address. It's not recommended that you use your home address. Some people do use it. I personally don't recommend it. All right. So we have Alliance Virtual Offices and we have Opus. So Alliance Virtual Offices look like this. So they have virtual office services. And then you can see what they offer here. And it's just to make your business legit. And then they have 2 different plans. I have not used Alliance Virtual Offices, but I have heard good things about this company for using a business address for new entrepreneurs. All right. And then you also have Opus. So this is the one that's more recommended. Opus is a little bit more expensive, but you will get an actual physical address with an actual office and phone number. So like I said, these are a little bit more expensive, but this is the most recommended one. Now, when starting off and you're just trying to grow your business, you may not have as much funding up front. So using Opus can be a little bit more expensive, but this will maximize your chances in getting business funding. Okay, so virtual offices, and this is what they include. They can include like a live answering services, mailing address. So it just depends on which package that you choose. They have different packages. So Opus is really good. So you have your business address and your registered agent. And like I've always mentioned, BizE can actually supply you with those here. This is my favorite package, the middle one, because you get all of these services, kind of like a good middle ground, because you'll get all of these required documents for your LLC, which we'll be going over. But if you want a free option, you do have this one. Just have to take a little bit more steps to get the additional documents needed for your LLC. Now, next you have to form your LLC, which is, like I've mentioned before, BizE, your Secretary of State, or also we have another company called Taylor Brands. I personally have not used Taylor Brands, but I have heard good things about them. I do know they are a little bit more expensive. So, Taylor Brands. They are a little bit more expensive, but I have heard that they are a legit company. So you can form your LLC here also. So you have options. Next step is get your essential LLC documents. Now, when you have LLC, you have to have these documents because you are running a legit business. Think of your business as its own as its own person. Your EIN is like your business social security number. Okay, they have a social security number. They have their articles of organization. You can kind of say like your birth certificate for your business. Your operating agreement. You need your banking resolution papers. These aren't some banks don't ask for the banking resolution papers. Most of this is outlined in your operating agreement. You have your membership certificates. So depending on what type of LLC that you form, you have membership certificates. So if people want to invest in your company, they can purchase a certificate to invest into your company. All right. And then you need your trademark, copyright, and contracts. Every business owner needs certain contracts like NDAs and other contracts to make sure your business is ran, like your business is legit. And then you also need a certificate of good standing. Oh, that little typo there. So a certificate of good standing. Now, This is what most banks ask for when you open up your business bank account, is that certificate of good standing. Okay. Just want to make sure your business is actually properly filed and it's in good standing, is ready to go. And you can file for your EIN on the EIN website, which is free. So this is free. It's a government website. And you'll file right here. It is free in 99. It is free. So you won't have to pay anyone to file your EIN. However, I will mention, when you file your EIN, you must make sure that you're filing it correctly and that everything is correct. And you also want to wait about 2 weeks after you file your LLC to make sure your business name was actually available, because you go and file your EIN before your name was actually available. You may not be able to use that EIN number, or it may not go through. So what I recommend is that people start their LLC and then file your EIN maybe 2 weeks after, or when you get a confirmation, hey, your LLC is formed, your business name was available, then go file your free EIN. You don't want to go and file beforehand. You want to make sure that business name is available and that all of your required, everything that's required for the EIN is available. So let's take a quick look at it. Application now. So these are kind of things they're looking at when you file your EIN. You got sole proprietor. You don't have an LLC, but you just want to get an EIN because you're running a business without your LLC. That's called a sole proprietor. But what we're looking at is a limited liability company. Okay. How many members? If you're starting off, it'll normally be 1. Select the state. We just click a state here. Single member LLC. Okay. Request an EIN. Start a new business. Just kind of clicking through. Okay, tell us, please tell us about the responsible party. So you'll put in your social security name, social security number, first and last name, your middle name, your last name. Okay, so you'll include all of that information there, and so on. And you can see at the top what it'll ask for: addresses, additional details. So you need your business address, additional details, and review and submit. So it's very simple. It's not hard to do this, just to make sure everything is correct when you file this portion. Okay. You also want to apply for your DUNS number and your statement of information. Okay. Like I mentioned before, wait about 2 weeks. Wait until your LLC and name has been confirmed before signing up for your free EIN. If the name you chose was already taken, you won't be able to register. Key. That's very key. Step 5, you want to build your business entity online. Now, first step is you need to make sure that you have a business email address. And what I suggest is G Suite. G Suite is the business side of Gmail, not Gmail, but G Suite. So we'll look up G Suite. Okay, let's go here. So it's called Google Workspace, and this is where you apply for your business email. Okay. Yeah. So you apply for your business email there, and they have different pricing packages. I always go with the cheaper. Okay. I won't lie, baby. Go back over there. Yes. Go downstairs. Close the door. Excuse me. That's my daughter. Okay. So the pricing is G Suite pricing, flexible plans. So this is very important. So when you need your business email address, now these are the different plans. You got your starter plan. This is what I recommend for starters. You have no clients. You are newly starting off. And as you grow, you can apply for a different plan with more storage. I start with this one. It's the cheapest one. It's $7. Okay. Very cheap, very simple. This is your business email. And you want to obtain a professional website. Also, before the website, I will also recommend you get your business phone number first. So for business phone number, the most affordable option, again, I'm aiming this training at new digital marketers, people just getting started with business. Call 8. It's one of my favorites because it's very, very, very affordable. You just need something to put on your paperwork. Now, there are other business phone number companies, but this is just one that's very affordable. This is one I recommend for people just starting off. Very cheap. You can see rate. And they have different rates too. So starting off, $5, local numbers. Standard is $5 to $10, monthly $5 to $10. So these are just like your standard numbers. And you want to get an 800 number. So I recommend you get your 800 number here. Let's see here, setup is 10. So they have different packages, but looks like the cheapest one is about $5 to $10. So make sure it's an 800 number and make sure, let's see, look, they let you choose whatever number. There's so many numbers that you can choose from. Get you a simple 800 number, very, very simple, very easy. Okay. Now, you have that. So you got your business email address, you got your business phone number. Now you need to get a business professional landing page, a business website. I recommend GoDaddy only because it is an affordable option. There are many options. Many options. You got GoDaddy, you got Wix. Okay, GoDaddy pricing. Now, when you go to GoDaddy, first thing you need to do is you need to pick your domain. Okay, so domains. Go to domain, you want to search for your domain. Okay, so like I said earlier, JJ Solutions. JJ Solutions, DM 100. Now let's do DM 100 Solutions. You got to search for your domain. Your domain is not automatically available. Here, you find your domain, and there's different pricing. .us, .biz, .tech. Excuse my cough, you all. I'm still getting over a little bit of a cold. .blog. So you want to go here to find your domain. Once you find your domain, put it in your cart, and you'll pay for your domain. And they each have different terms. It depends on the popularity of the domain. Let's say I chose this one. This is first year. dmsolutions.us. Let's see, I chose that one. So I'll put it in my cart. Woohoo! Congratulations, you have your domain. And then you'll go and pay for it. All right. And once you get your domain, that'll be your third step there. So you have your business email, you have your professional phone number, you have your business website. And then you also have, now the last steps you need to do is you need to go to listyourself.net. Let me close out some of these here. Listyourself.net. Let's go to listyourself.net. Sorry, I got to close all my windows. Listyourself.net. Now, as a business owner, you need to make sure that you are listed and that people can find you. It's no point of having a business if people can't find you. Go to listyourself.net and let's see, a business, single business. So you'll put all your business information here. See your name, your business category, the county, the address for your business email address, confirm your business email address, and then a telephone number. Right here is the validation of telephone number. It looks like you could use your personal or your business. I think for this one, it looks like your business. So yeah, they'll confirm with you with that. Yeah, your business phone number. So you can call and use your business phone number and confirm this, and then they'll list you. It takes about I know when I did mine, it took me about 3 weeks to make sure that I was listed. So then my business is listed now. You can look me up on Google, and I'll put the link for my business below at the end of this video. Okay, so listyourself.net. This is where you can list your business. And you can also list yourself on Yelp. It's a very important step. Don't skip it. Start a Yelp and start collecting reviews. Collecting reviews, when you go apply for funding, the banks will look to see if you're a legit business. If you have reviews listed, they can see that you are actively in business and that you're getting reviews. So that's a good thing. Okay. Next, you want to do is open your business bank account. Purpose is to keep your business expenses separated. You want to prepare for business funding. And also you want to apply for a savings account. It's not necessary, but it's recommended. You want to apply for, depending on your field of business, you want to apply for a high risk merchant account if it's necessary. For instance, if you're doing credit repair, a lot of credit repair specialists want to conduct business with your regular bank account. You need a high risk merchant account because unfortunately with the business and credit repair, you get a lot of chargebacks. It's just a high risk business. So to do that, you want to apply for a high risk merchant account if it's necessary. And then also business funding and digital marketing. Digital marketing is also considered high risk businesses, more so business funding and credit repair. And you also want to apply for if you don't need a high risk merchant account, you want to apply for an invoicing service like QuickBooks, but we'll get into that later. And now the next step is you want to build out your credit report, set up your credit and funding. Now, this part is important. You're running a business, but you need good credit. Okay. You want to apply for funding, you must have good credit. And for a good credit report, you need 700 plus credit score or higher, at least 2 personal credit cards with 3,000 plus limits, no collections, no charge-offs, no late payments in the last 2 years, preferably none. But if you minimally in the last 2 years, no late payments, no bankruptcy, utilization under 20% on each of your personal cards, 2 to 5 inquiries or less in each bureau, and you must meet all these requirements 100%. Now, this is how you get started with business funding. If you don't meet these requirements, it's going to be hard for you to get funding. Not saying you won't be able to get funded, but in order to maximize your chances of getting the most out of business funding, you want your credit report to look like this. Okay. 2 credit cards or at least 3,000 limits. And it takes a while to build this out. So if you don't have it built out, you want to get started with that now to get funding for your business. Now, next, step A, you want to manage your, y'all excuse my typos. I kind of typed this up right before I got started. Give me one moment here. Let me get this. Ooh. This is going to definitely be edited. Lord Jesus, help me. Manage your money. Yeah, I'm a real person, so I made mistakes. Excuse me. Lord Jesus, help me. Okay. Anyways, manage your money like a CEO. Now, as a business owner, you need to make sure that you have your books in order. Having your books in order will also help you apply for grants. And we'll get into grants later. I will also be making a live about applying for grants. A part of applying for grants and funding is making sure that you keep track of your business expenses. So one of my favorite ways to, let's see here. Okay, let's get this here. One of my favorite ways of applying for or getting my books accounted for and ready for funding is using Quicken. Quicken is a business and personal bookkeeping software that's good for beginners. That's good for people just now starting off for funding, or just now starting off running their business. Okay. Now, let me show you what Quicken looks like. Quicken Personal Business. This is a very affordable bookkeeping software. As you can see right here, it says $3.99 a month if you're billing it annually. This my CPA told me about this. So this right here is good for people that are just starting off. Okay. Very, very, very affordable. Look at this. Quicken Business Personal. You just need bare minimums to get started, but you need to keep your finances in order, especially if you plan on applying for funding and applying for, okay, business $79 a month. Okay. It must be a different plan. So you want to choose the plan they're doing a comparison here. So choose a plan that's best for you. Okay. This is a very affordable option that my CPA told me about. So I would like to discuss that one. Good one. And you also have, another one of mine that I recommend. Let's see here. Okay, back to this. Now, so you got Quicken Business and Personal. You got Quicken Books Online. This is a now cute. Now, what my CPA told me about QuickBooks, this is a beefed up software. This software is very, 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 very beefed up. Okay, very beefed up. All right. So this is not necessary for beginners, but I like it. I use it. It looks like this. QuickBooks Online. QuickBooks Online. Okay, let's find it. Online pricing. So they have different plans. You can see it's a little bit more expensive, $19 to start. And they have different terms. So I use QuickBooks. I like it. It's very simple to use. Once you teach yourself, this is a good skill to learn as a business owner. You also have Xero and Wave. Xero is like this. Now I'm giving you all a full walk down because some people don't know what to do and get started running a business, but you need to have some type of accounting software for your business. Okay. And they have different pricing. There you have so many options. Okay. And then you also have Wave and Honeybook. Honeybook is good for freelancers that offer services. One of my good friends, so she builds out Shopify accounts. She uses Honeybook. This is good for freelancers who offer a service for their clients. You have a service-based business online. Honeybook is really good. And you also want to create an Excel document with your expenses because you want to keep track of all your business expenses as a new business owner. Okay. So just to review this portion here, Quicken Business and Personal is a good, affordable option for beginners. QuickBooks, beefed up software, my personal favorite. You got Xero, Wave, Honeybook, good for freelancers. Okay, now alternatives for repairing your credit. Let's get back to the portion. You want to make sure, so repairing your credit, you can do DIY dispute letters. You can do credit repair services, which I do offer. You also want to do credit repair software. Now, at the time of making this video, I currently don't have my credit repair software to offer, but I can recommend you to different credit repair softwares, whether it's they use the Metro 2 softwares. So there's different ways you can get your credit repaired. I personally recommend that you do it yourself dispute letters because for credit repair services, they can get expensive. They are good. They can get expensive, but it's best to know how to dispute and fix your own credit because it's your credit, your personal information. So this is what I personally recommend. And I will be offering dispute letters soon once that service is available. Step 9, you want to market and monetize your business. Now, as you can see, this beautiful lady here looks like she is running her business and she is marketing her business. Okay. You want to get on YouTube. Number one, YouTube, you can get it monetized. Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, Snapchat, LinkedIn. People slept on. I put people sleep on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a professional platform, but a lot of people sleep on LinkedIn. You can make a lot of professional connections there. You got Lemon 8, Twitch, and Discord. These are all spaces where you can market your business. Okay. Now, that was my presentation on getting your LLC set up for business funding. If you all need any coaching services or any help getting your business started, I do offer those services, and you can find my link below at the end of this video. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope this video was helpful for people getting into digital marketing and getting your LLC set up. And thank you for watching. One stage. Y'all bear with me. I'm kind of new to this right here.